Ryan, I got something that says poor quality, switching to audio only. Can you still see me? Let me know if you can. Isha. Yeah, sorry, our internet's been super slow today for no reason, so I just picked my wife off, so I should have more bandwidth here. What's going on, guys? John here from NYKBF. We are going to go ahead and do the recap of Cuba and go ahead and talk about some things for Cayuuuuuga coming up this week. Hope everybody had a good week, got out and did a little fishing. I hope everybody everybody that fished Cuba had fun. I mean, it was a little bit of a slow day, but looked like there were still some really good fish caught and submitted. I want to give a special shout out to our top five. Coming in fifth, we had Alex Kuklas. Fourth, Joseph Bennett. And then in third, we had Jose. In second, we had Forrest. And taking home first place, his first win here with NYKBF. Brand new body of water for him. Nice job, Dan Robinson. Way to go. Dan put the pieces together on a brand new lake and came out on top. So it's good to see a bunch of guys get out there that normally fish just our our older Eastern series come out and help out pump the numbers up for our first event on the Western series. Looked like it was a pretty slow day, but there were still some pretty big smallies caught. And actually, I was just looking over the results. Looks like still almost 30% of the fish submitted in this tournament were over 17 inches. So, I mean, that's a good portion of the fish there that were caught and submitted that were big fish. I mean, anything over 17 inch small, I consider pretty good fish. So, looked like the guys that were there did pretty good. I know Jose was a little upset he had to resort to the Ned rig. It's not something that Mr. 12-inch swim bait is used to throwing, but he got the bites he needed to come in third. So good job, Jose, for knowing when to finesse it when it was needed. So it looked like I said, it looked like it was a slow day, but it looked like there were still a lot of fish caught here. A lot of guys were seeing fish too that just wouldn't eat. So probably a bunch of smallies just coming up out of deep water, and they were. There you go, Jose. That 10-inch fish you submitted was probably smaller than some of the swim baits you have and normally throw. So, yeah, probably ran into a bunch of fish coming up and just weren't ready to eat. They just got into the shallows and were a little skittish and a little spooky. So, we'll take that into account when we consider the next tournament we have there. But before we get into next thing on the list, I want to talk again about raffle tickets and the raffle boat. Raffle tickets are still available. They're going to be available all the way until the second day of the state championships. There you go. Is that a swim bait or is that a fish that Jose submitted? I'm pretty sure I've seen you put bigger swim baits than that on the board. But yeah, so getting back to it, the raffle tickets are still available and will be available all the way until the second day of the state championships. We want to get as many tickets sold for that as possible to help out the Tristan Foundation. You're doing a good service there. Good job donating to the Tristan Foundation more. We had a huge turnout for our charity tournament this year, and we're over $3,000 right now for donations to the Tristan Foundation so far. We, as the tournament directors, would love to see that total get over 5,000 by the end of the year with the raffle tickets in. So keep buying raffle tickets. Get your mom one, get your grandma one, get your uncle one. You don't have to be present there to win. You win the boat. We'll figure out how to get it to you. But get everybody you can think of a raffle ticket, and you got a great chance to win a Jackson Stacks. It's a great boat that our friends over at Jackson Kayak have helped us out with this year. So we got a good boat there, the Jackson Stacks, given away to some lucky competitor who buys a raffle ticket. Again, it's going to be a great time at the state championships where that boat's going to be given away. Again, if anybody still doesn't know, we've said it a bunch of times now, but state championships are on Chautauqua Lake. I think it was the 18th and 19th of September. I believe that's the weekend that it is this year. It should be scrolling on the bottom of the screen there if you don't know. But state championships on Chautauqua, again, that's a great time to be on that lake. You'll start to get some of those big smallies coming up and looking to feed. Have all the largemouths still up in the weeds and shallow and stuff like that. It'll be a good time on that lake. There's going to be a lot of limits. Last 2 years we've had trouble, with limits going up on the board for state championships, but I think this year there's going to be a lot of limits on Chautauqua Lake. It's a really, really fun lake to fish, and it's a lake that you can catch real big fish on, and it's also a lake that is not difficult to find a limit. So you can go out there and scratch out a limit real easy on Chautauqua Lake. It's a real fun lake to fish. Getting on to Cayuuuuga. I mean, what can you say? It's Cayuuuuga. It's probably one of the best, if not the best, big bass lake in New York State. There's very, very few other lakes in New York that can compete with it. I think by far this year, the Cayuuuuuga is going to have the biggest winning bag of the year. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody touches 100 inches. It's going to be real close. But Cayuuuuuga is going to have the biggest winning bag of the year by far. Look at that. last year's state championship winner Brandon just pulled that out. Ryan, you should have blurred the background. Somebody's gonna know his spot now. Brandon just pulled that out. I think that was last week. I think he said that went over 7 pounds. So I mean, that's just the monster. I mean, that's a big one, but that's not the biggest fish come out of Cayuuuuga Lake. But Cayuuuuga is going to be a really, really fun tournament. I think we're going to have, like I said, the biggest overall winning bag of the year come out of Cayuuuuga. And I wouldn't be shocked if we have the biggest big bass winner of the year come out of Cayuuuuga. So if you guys are signing up, make sure you're getting into that big bass side pot. Just $10, and especially on a place like Cayuuuuga, every hook set could be a 20-incher. You never know when that's going to happen. So make sure you get into the big bass pot this week. If you don't do it, regularly, Cayuuuuga is a good one to try it out because, like I said, every hook set, the next one could be a 21, 22-inch fish. You never know what you're gonna pull out next. You want to make sure you get in there, get a chance at that Douglas rod plus a little cash from our friends at Douglas Outdoors and Doc's Tackle. They're hooking it up pretty good this year. Basically giving you a gift certificate for a free LRS from Doc's Tackle. You go in there, pick out whatever LRS series rod you want. If you don't want the LRS, you want to upgrade to the X Matrix, you just pay the difference between the two. So it's a great program we got going on from our friends at Doc's and Douglas Outdoors. I know Mark, the guy who won Big Bass at Cuba, definitely excited about that Douglas rod and a little bit of cash he picked up. So again, guys, don't forget, get in that big bass pot. It's going to be like I said, every hook set could be the one on Cayuuuuga. In addition, though, this event, along with ours, we're going to run a joint event with Kayak Anglers of Central New York. They're having a tournament on Cayuuuuga at the same time, same date as we are. You can fish both if you would like. You can sign up for both. Jose, comment down below. Are you guys going to allow everybody to use motors? I know that was an issue. You weren't. You guys don't you guys don't normally do motors in KA, but are you allowing people to fish the tournament with motors this weekend? I believe all the rules are going to be the same. Waiting for Jose to respond there, but I believe all their rules are the same. Run through TourneyX just like we are. So if you want to get in 2 tournaments, double up, you can submit the exact same fish to both tournaments. So if you want to, take a chance, double up and see if you can, win 2 tournaments at the same time. It's a great opportunity to get in with the KA tournament. I said, don't be afraid to enter both and take a shot at winning both tournaments there. Again, with Cayuuuuga, just like always, boundaries are going to be first and passable. There's really no special boundaries or anything like that on Cayuuuuga. It's just going to be first and passable at the north end, at the south end, and all the other offshoots coming out of the lake. So again, feel free to join in both those tournaments. See if you can win 2 at a time. I mean, it'd be great to see if somebody could win both tournaments and maybe pick up big bass in both tournaments too. That'd be awesome. Go over our event, our meetup location for Cayuuuuga. It's going to be Wolfie's. It's on the west side of the lake, just north of Cayuuuuga, right around the state park area. So if you are familiar with it, you know where it is. If you saw Greg Blanchard's last video, you know where it is too. Wolfie's right just north of Cayuuuuga will be hosting us again. They hosted us the last time we did a joint event with KA, and we had a good number of people, and we still had a lot of room. So we'll all be there. We will all hanging out outside. I think we got their patio set up again. So Wolfie's just north of Cayuuuuga will be the meetup location for the Cayuuuuga event. I don't know that I have a whole lot else. There was just a couple things we wanted to talk about. Recap Cuba and get everybody hyped for Cayuuuuga. I mean, I was there pre-fishing this week. I don't know that I've got a solid spot landed yet, but there you go. Put the Wolfies logo right over my face. Yeah, nobody needs to see anything. There we go. Yeah. All right. Cayuuuuga is going to be an interesting tournament. We got 4 days in the 80s leading up to the tournament, so that's going to change a lot of patterns and a lot of bites going in there. Some of the normal spots are not hot now. They might get hot. They might not be hot by then. I mean, it's going to be an interesting tournament. So everybody, make sure you get excited for Cayuuuuga. I'll be back Friday night with the identifier live stream over on Facebook in the public forum. So look forward to that. If anybody has any questions, drop them down below. I will keep an eye out for questions. I'll stay on for another minute or so and answer any questions that pop up. And then if not, that'll be the end tonight. Jose, I don't know if I heard you. Are you guys going to allow motors in the K tournament, so our guys can fish it just the same? I don't know if Jose is still in the chat, but all right. It'll be a quick one tonight. If nobody's got any other questions, I'm gonna sign off then, guys. Sure, Mike. We'll hook your wife up with a couple of drinks at the bar. Just come on by and we'll have a good time after the tournament. We'll catch some big fish and we'll have some drinks at the bar later. All right, guys. If nobody's got any other questions, I'll see you guys Friday night for the live stream for the ID. Can we launch at Wolfies? You know what, Brian? I'm not certain on that. I know they do have a little ramp there. We will reach out to them. I don't know if they're going to want us parked there all day. They've got a good amount of parking, but I don't know if they're going to want people, taking up their parking all day long. So I will, or one of us, myself or one of the other TDs, will reach out to Wolfies and see if they're going to allow us to launch there. But if not, there is the little roadside kayak launch just a little bit south of there at Cayuuuuga, or there's the state park right around there too. So there's close enough places to launch there if that's where you want to fish. But like I said, we'll reach out to Wolfies and see if they're going to allow us to launch there, and then we will post something probably in the public forum when we get an answer to that. But any other questions, guys? All right, Ryan, why don't you cue up the pug and take us out? See you guys Friday for the ID draw on Facebook.